Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Charles here, and I'm here to discuss to you important decisions about children's health should be made by medical professionals rather than parents. For those who are interested on having their children to be in good health, it is still wiser to say that any decisions regarding the child's health be made by medical professionals rather than the child's parents. The overall health of a person is very important that there is always a need for a checkup or visit to the doctor, especially for a child who is still physically and mentally developed. According to a journal of pediatricians and child health, since 2005, there are some cases where the needed pediatric practice of a child becomes difficult due to parental refusal to give consent to the treatment or at least follow the medical advices of doctors. In a psychological way, the parents are the ones who know their child the best and are automatically the first medical decision makers for their children. But it is still for the best to seek medical attention from professionals since the knowledge from proper and medical treatment of parents are limited compared to doctors. Seeking and following a doctor's diagnosis of a child's health is more accurate and safe to do, and therefore, parents should learn to rely more on the decisions of medical professionals over their own decisions that most of the time lacks proper knowledge and understanding of medical treatment for the child. Let me start by claiming two evidences to why it is much wiser to state that any important decisions about a child's health be made by the doctor rather than the parent. First, we can all agree that medical professionals are more educated in terms of properly addressing a child's needs for his or her health. Moreover, doctors share the same sole intentions as parents in treating and helping any illnesses and health problems of patients, especially to children. It is a fact that before any medical doctor can be properly called a professional, the doctor must take the Hippocratic Oath, where he or she swore to have pure intentions of giving their patients the needed treatment. To put it in simpler terms, all professional doctors have the duty to dedicate themselves in saving lives of people. To do these things that will only benefit the welfare and good health condition of his or her parents. Second, when it comes to the practical treatment of health illnesses, medical doctors are more experienced than most parents. It is already commonly believed that parents know their child better than anyone, but there is the need to consider as well that most medical doctors had spent over 10 years of studying their professions. Very long time, right? So it is impossible for them to be limited or know nothing from what they do, making them more likely to make better medical decisions without being blinded by the idea of how much they know the child, just like the perspective of most parents. Now, allow me to present the opposition side. People who claim that any medical decisions of a child be made by the parents rather than professional doctors are often parents who are too emotionally involved to the child or let their role and attachment as a parent get best of them when deciding the treatment for their child. Parents like these defended themselves by stating that they are the ones who know their child the most and what they need. We have already established that this is a fact, true in some cases but not most of the time. I have claimed moments ago the reasons to why not most parents are not as knowledgeable and skilled like a professional doctor is. In relation to this, there was a case before in the 1990s in Idaho, USA, when a young girl named Mariah Wilson, whose lungs and respiratory was being slowly destroyed by her illness. She further suffered more from pulmonary hypertension and was required to carry an oxygen tank in order to breathe. The tank did help her illness, but it was not enough until her option for a cure was to undergo a heart and lung transplant. But this was refused by Mariah's parents due to religious traditions and believed that the best cure for her illness is through deep faith and prayer. Eventually, Mariah's sickness worsens as days pass, and the decision of her parents to use prayer and faith as cure did not help her case. especially when irreversible damages started appearing. When this was put into trial, lawmakers granted medical caretakers and the ethical and legal duty to provide the best medical needs for Mariah's health due to her parents' decision becoming imprudent, neglectful, and even abusive that only resulted to being dangerous to her health. Mariah's case is only one of the many cases where children started to deteriorate from their sickness due to bad medical decisions made by their parents. To sum it all up, by just simply following a doctor's advice or decision regarding a child's health is important. This helps improve the child's state in a secured, sustainable way. The lives of a children like Mariah would be better if parents would stop for a moment and think truly before deciding for their child's health. Parents always carry so much care and love for their children, only wanting the best for them. But we could all agree that not everything that parents think is the best for their children is actually the best for them. When it comes to health problems or conditions of a child, it is still wiser for any parent to educate and be skilled than them in helping their children. The lives of people, especially to children, would be relieved from any burdens of health problems by relying medical decision to professional doctors. Thank you.